Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Welcome to another episode of FFS, Friday Fun Stuff, or as some people might say, for sake. So today, I'm going to look at another guitar collection. A friend who lives outside of Edinburgh, so I'm travelling there on the train. This is, what did we say, 79 custom?
79 custom. I bought it from More Music in Colchester.
In 1980. 1980?
Yeah.
So it was new when you got it?
Yeah. It literally is one owner.
One careful owner. Sounds glorious. Love that fretboard down the end of the fretboard. When was this one made?
I think it's just about the only one in Britain. I was looking for a white one and there was none in Britain. And Guitar in Glasgow had this. So one of the guys in Guitar in Glasgow, Robert Wilson, was in the Ensenada factory, and he went on Facebook and he said, "I'm in the Fender factory. If anybody's got a question about Fenders or Squires or Charvels," and I said, "Well, I don't know if you remember this, Robert, but I'm the guy who got the Warren de Martini. Have you any idea what the pickup is?" And he said, "I'm standing next to the guy who wound it."
Right.
And he said, "It's basically, it is a custom, but it's just hotter and toppier."
So it's quite high output there. Is it, it's a flying this on it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the sounds and plays great, like, that's it. You miss not having a neck pickup?
No, never. Specials and juniors are, I guess, my favourite thing. And you just don't seem to see so many of them come up.
No. Most people just seem to be looking for juniors, like, if they're going to get into P90s, you say, "I'll just have a single P90 here."
But if you think about changing from
Right.
and then take the tone down,
Creamy. Is that the stock pickups?
yeah,
Oh, great. I like how specials have got bound fingerboards.
oh yeah. I just like that when they came out, you know, as a ladies or students model. Yeah,
I loved Thunders was playing one on this cover of the second Dogs album.
that's exactly this, wasn't it? He's playing it with a doll.
Aye, that's
A
right.
doll in his hand.
We've all done that.
Really comfortable to play with.
What's the mini switches?
Right, brilliant. I can never remember which one's which. I think this one's a coil tap. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Both switches really work. And they just put it down for that. But the other one only works when it's in the middle position.
Just for phasing or something?
And it's a phase reversal. Which again is quite useful.
Sometimes when I hear the out of phase thing, it's like too quacky, yeah.
Well, I suppose it's like.
What one's this? This is the Gibson Les Paul SG Junior.
Yep.
What year is that? 2000.
What did you say? 2001?
I can't lie. 2001.
2001, yeah, that's quite.
But I like this one. I've got to say, I like the neck on that.
Yes, as I said, this is not mine. It's my son Danny's.
Yeah. I thought the neck shape's pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Nice. So, 5 questions.
Go.
Question 1. What inspired you? What was your first inspiration to play guitar? Who did you see on TV, or what inspired you?
I can tell that one really easily. After school one night, I was aware of music, and I had friends who were really into music, or rather their big brothers and sisters. But one night, came home from school, had the transistor radio on, and All Right Now came on,
Right.
and it was as like what is that sound?
Uh-huh.
And I said to my aunt, could you buy me a single? It's like by The Free. And she went into like W.H. Smith's, and she bought me All Right Now.
Right.
And 50 years later, we're still arguing about the first chord.
Right. Can you remember the B side of that song?
Yes, Mouthful of Grass.
Yeah. That wasn't. That was a supplementary question. That was just one.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Question 2. What was your first guitar?
In those days, just like the Middle Ages, you could only really get a guitar in like a record shop. So I had like an acoustic, and it was £4.
Four old pounds.
£4. Yep. And it basically fell apart. And me and one of my friends painted it.
Right.
and we thought it'd be great if we formed a band. Like, we were only about 14. We formed a band called Blood Bulb, right? Because
Blood Bulb?
Yeah, because there's an American band called Bloodlight.
Right.
So we thought, well, we'll be Blood Bulb. So we tried to paint like a 40-watt bulb, and then her blood dripping out, and then it fell apart. But then my aunt used to do like a catalogue, like Freeman's catalogue.
Aye.
And she used to go around everyone in the flats,
Uh-huh.
and everyone would get their kids school clothes and everything, and she would just build up this credit and credit and credit. And she got me, it was an Egmont, it was by Rossetti, who had Gibson for a while.
It
was an Egmont, it was called a Lucky 7 6-string, and it was a semi-acoustic, like a kind of jazz guitar, the red sunburst, and the strings were literally that. But I didn't care, because it was a guitar, it was an electric guitar, and it looked so cool. So she got me, I think it was £17.
So, what was the first proper big live gig you went to? Like, know someone in a proper
Mountain.
I mean,
if you want to start at the top.
Start at the top.
I saw Mountain live, and he did all that stuff, and he did. We all had Flowers of Evil. And he did the famed guitar solo. he did that, and like, you know, it was incredible. The support band, by the way, was the Jimmy McCulloch band.
Before he joined Wings.
Yeah, he was 18 at the time, and at one point he lifted up a can of Coke, and someone in the audience shouted, "You're too young to drink."
Honestly.
And he said, "I'm 18." And he was tiny little guy, like Pat Nevin, the footballer. Yeah, he was a tiny little guy. He played Firebird that night.
God. Was that after Stone the Crows then?
After Stone the Crows, they were called the Jimmy McCulloch Band, and before he came into Wings. Paul Sally wrote that book, Little Wing, about him.
About that?
Fantastic book, just all about Jimmy.
If somebody said to you, you can have all the money in the world, what would be the guitar you would buy? Well, I'll make this a two-part question.
Yeah.
Like a sensible amount of money, like if somebody gave you 10 grand, what do you think you get with something like that?
It would probably be something with some, something that somebody I really admire had played.
Aye.
For example, just off the top of my head, Rick Derringer had like a lined bird's eye maple Mockingbird.
I remember doing, yes.
Yeah, and it's on the cover of Guitars and Women. There's a picture of him, and it's just one of those beautiful guitars I've ever seen in my life.
If you had $500,000, you know, would you get some crazy? Would you get Rick Derringer's split headstock?
V?
Aye.
No, I don't like the look of it.
No, you're not a fan of that?
No, I mean I have the Tokai one that everybody loves. Everybody loves that Tokai Explorer I've got. I nearly bought Laurie Weisfield's Junior about 30 years ago. The guy called, I think his name was Dave Hewitt. He wrote for Guitarist magazine, and he advertised it in Guitarist. Laurie was playing a double cut. I mean, they say cherry, but they're brown, aren't they? They go brown. And he had, like, I think it was a Seymour Duncan, maybe in the March, would be one of those two. And I'd seen him play it. On like, you know, Living Proof and everything with Wishbone. And he'd sold it to this, I'm sure his name's Dave Hewitt. And I phoned him, and I said, you know, have you got a Junior for sale? And he went, yeah. He says, I bought it for a friend of mine. He said he was in a big band. Well, you know, quite a big band and stuff. And I said, can I ask you, you know, what band? And he went, well, Wishbone Ash. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's Laurie's Junior.
I'll have it.
Yeah, but I didn't buy it. It's $850. I was kind of like
850 quid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So your go-to guitar album?
Derringer. First Derringer album. Kenny Aronson on the bass, Vinny Appice on the drums, Rick on what he termed vocal stroke guitar, Danny Johnson on what Rick termed guitar stroke vocals, because they both solo like demons. And you can get them now. I mean, I've got all the Derringer stuff like woven, I buy all the stuff, reissues, everything. You can get it on one disc.
Alright.
And that's like my kind of practice CD.
So like if you want to jam on, you just go put it on, or just listen up to this.
Play through both albums. That Wishbone Ashes New England is the other one to do that to.
Right.
That's my two to jam along with.
Perfect.